well happy with it. Made the pocket, carried all 10. Just a single strike in the first frame. Remy's going to relax for a little while, just keep his eyes shut. Dominic needs to get back in the pocket and carry 10.
Oh dear.
Well, he's back in the pocket, but he can only carry 9. Even the messenger wouldn't help him out. That Tenpin stood solid as a rock.
Well, the camera foreshortens the angle, so it looks as if the messenger's a bit closer than it actually is. There's a bit of space between that and the Tenpin. But definitely not the strike that we were looking for, and I just feel Barrett's pre-shot routine is just speeded up a touch.
He's actually under a bit of pressure. Well, he's starting to turn the screw and make his move. As I say, it was dead level after the first 10 frames. It's a one-game shootout. Ong struck first. Barrett couldn't repeat that. And so it's going to be Ong to look for the first double. Take that window of opportunity.
2 spares for Barrett to open up, and looking for a bit of help from the crowd. There's certainly enough world-class coaches in the crowd. It's not just the players that are of the highest quality at this tournament.
Yeah, we don't mind a bit of eye contact with any of their coaches, but certainly no professional words of advice coming from the crowd. Not at this level.
No, they won't be exchanged, will they? All they'll get is the odd smile of encouragement. Ong trying to work the strike, and he's got a double. Looking very good now for the lefty.
Yeah, Alex Liu looking on. Asia's other top left-hander. Beaten by Paul Moore in the last round. Ong down on his knees, and that ball's right in the 1-2 pocket. Carries all 10 pins. An early double. Doesn't seem to be bothered by any changes in line. He's stayed pretty much where he is.
Yeah, that's been very noticeable, hasn't it? But that's going to change if he gets through to the semi-finals, because we saw Liu and Moore have to make all sorts of changes the last time we saw 2 left-handers out there, and I'm afraid Dominic Barrett's game is crumbling around his ears.
Yes, a high hooking ball that's wide of his target. It's made the headpin, but only just. And we've seen this so many times. That's the 2-8-10 split. Ball that just makes the headpin. And this is a really tricky spare. And the odds are it's going to be an open frame. Just the 2, and there it is. It's an open frame in frame number 3 for Barrett. And you can bet your life that Ong is now going to jump all over him and hit the first turkey. The pressure's telling on Barrett. And that really wasn't what he wanted in frame number 3.
Well, these players set themselves high standards. Dominic will be very upset with those stats that you can see on his scorecard. Ong, though, in terms of high standards, will have only one request here. There is no other option for him other than a strike as far as he's concerned, because he knows with that strike he's giving himself an incredibly good chance of progressing into the semi-final. Got it. And the difference in the 2 scores moving towards the 50-pin mark. Now that's going to be a real concern for the home fans here and for Dominic Barrett.
Absolutely. How quickly the difference between the scores opens up. 2 spares and an open frame against Remy Ong's turkey, 3 strikes in a row. And already it's 45 pins with only 7 frames to go. Barrett really under pressure now. Needs to make a move. Well, it didn't experiment that much, but right back in the pocket again, looking for the 10, and didn't get the carry on that Tenpin in the corner. Tenpin gods not smiling on me on that frame, just when he needed it.
Well, a few players have had problems with getting the carry. All sorts of reasons for that. And for the viewers that may be not quite as familiar with Tenpin bowling terms, the carry, Cass, is?
it's actually knocking down all 10 pins. I mean, it's all very well blasting the pocket and only making 9 pins, as Dominic did just there. You have to get that very high percentage carry on those corner pins, and we call that the carry. Win the carry contest, you'll carry all 10 pins and win your match. It's the percentage of single pins that you need to trip out. The higher that percentage, the more strikes you're going to get.
So Ong, he is winning the carry contest at the moment and has had to make relatively few adjustments on the left-hand side of the lane.
Yeah, the lane conditions seems to be holding up very well so far.
Nice work.
Nice work if you can get it.
Yeah, I wonder if he has made just a touch of a move to the right. No, we're hearing from Andy Penny, our stats man, that everything is exactly the same from Remy at the moment. So he's locked in to this lane, and as far as he's concerned, he's seen no reason at all to change what he's doing.
Yeah, 4 perfect strikes. There's the line he's shooting in between arrows 2 and 3. And Dominic back with a strike. Well, is it too late? He needs to make a big charge now. He's running out of frames. We're halfway through the second game.
Yeah, we hear that Dominic has moved in 2 boards from his original target. So tough though, you make your decision, you make your change, but in this short format, if it's wrong, you could make things even worse than they were.
Absolutely, yeah, he's done the right thing. He's stayed pretty much in his zone. He's been reasonably comfortable all the way through. Just started game 2 with a little glitch, whereas Ong was strike perfect. Down on one knee.
Oh, it's a 5-bagger.
Oh, dear, oh Lord.
Well, he's starting to show out a bit, isn't he, for the crowd now, Ong?
Well, he's full of confidence, and as you say, yeah, showboating maybe, playing to the crowd, yes. Enjoying himself, yes. Perfect through 5, yes. What more can we say?
There's the boxes, tick 'em all.
Back here, a change of fortunes in frame 6. Barrett striking out. But Ong going spare. The Englishman repeated the strike in the next frame to put a little bit of pressure on Ong in frame 7.
Ong's last delivery, he was exactly the same in every respect in the previous 5, but the lane must have changed because the result was different, and it has changed on him, and Ong now is going to have some decisions to make.
Yes, the gap closes.
That's fascinating stuff, isn't it, Cass?
Comes down to 22 pins. Ong was looking for 10. It was light in the pocket. Didn't get any mix. Leaves himself 2 pins standing up. He doesn't go to his spare ball. He stays with his strike ball. Look. It's the 3 and the 9 pin sleeper. Not quite so difficult for the left-hander. He's going to give it some room. Hook it from the left-hand side of the lane. Must cover that pin at the back. Sweet as you like.
And he does it very nicely indeed. That's a great spare to make under some serious pressure, and the crowd appreciate it. So Ong has now let his